'cause we got so much history. Here with you is where I'm meant to be. Even after all the pain, I do it all again. 'Cause we got so much history. We got so much history. Wrapped up in these memories.
Yes, people, welcome back to another stream on SINCLAIRO. So obviously, today we got a bit of a different stream. Obviously, I've done Premier League previews and reviews. I've done FA Cup review, which probably won't happen again because obviously Arsenal are at the FA Cup. Nothing to do with Carabao Cup, but today we are starting Europa League content. We're doing Europa League round of 16, leg 2. I really apologise for the delay. Obviously, we're 9 minutes late. Basically, hardly anyone's in the back room. We've only got 2 people at the moment, United fans in the back room. So apologies that we're really late. We'll probably go on to about after 8 now. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reviewing Arsenal against Fulham 3-0 and then Man United versus Southampton 0-0. We won't review any of the other Premier League games because this isn't a Premier League review. We'll just review the Arsenal and Man United game. And then what we'll do, we're going to review Arsenal Sporting. Arsenal at home, obviously taking on Sporting. Big game, must win, 2-2 on aggregate. And then Man United, obviously 4-1 on aggregate against Betis. They have to travel to Spain, so they'll probably get the job done there. We just need to get the win. No draws, no loss, no excuses. Obviously, let's go through the comments. Obviously, earlier I did say, sorry guys, waiting for people to join. We still only got 2 people. I'm still waiting for more people. I've also put the link if you guys want to join. Hardly anyone's here. I mean, a lot of people cancelled today. I'll try and big up a few of these. Big up Villa TV. I believe this is Bailey. I'm not sure. Let me know if it isn't. But yeah, just big up Manny, who hasn't been in the streams for a while. Hopefully he can join soon. Big up Habib, who's supposed to join as well. Hanno probably join later. Big up DJ Crazy, who might not be joining today. Big up Joel as well. Ryan, all the people who can't be here. Just big up, guys. Yeah, we're going to start in a minute now. Obviously, add the guests. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are now 2 away from 1,050. So let's try and get that before the end of the stream, 1,050. Halfway to 1.1k. Yeah, it's Billy. Okay, cool. So first of all, let me add the guests. So no Arsenal fans at the moment, but I will add them. So obviously, first of all, you know him from Arrest Talks Football, Man United fan. It is, of course, Arrest. How you doing, Arrest?
Yeah. Big up, man. Big up.
Yeah, and my second guest, not my final guest, but the final guest I'm adding, at the start. You may know him also. He's appeared on here before, probably a regular now. He's appeared on the Rest of Football as well. It's Man United fan. It's Toby. Yes, Toby. How you doing? Oh, is he there? hang on. Oh, there we go. Yes, Toby. How you doing?
Yeah, sorry about that. Like,
sorry.
So it's a pleasure, actually. Being here. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me again. Once again.
Big up, Toby.
Yeah.
Good to have you back. So lads, we're obviously we're here to talk about the Europa League, but we'll get this over with. We're going to talk about obviously because you guys are here. We'll start off with this game. So not a good result for United, obviously drawing against bottom of the league, Southampton. Massive for the title race. I think probably out of the title race now. I mean, 16 points clear of Arsenal, behind Arsenal. I mean, you never know. Anything can happen. It's football. I mean, yeah. Obviously, we'll go to the United fans first, and then I'll probably get my thoughts. So, Rest, we'll start with you. Obviously, frustrating draw 0-0 against Southampton. What do you think went wrong? What's your thoughts on the game? He's speechless. RS?
Yeah, Anthony Taylor's a disgrace. But yeah, man. Another inconsistency from these absolute shambolic, corrupt referees.
Yeah.
Listen, for me, if Casemiro is a red card, then Kyle Walker-Peters is a red card as well. Because literally, Gunnar tried to leave on crutches. So for me, we weren't even good as well. So I don't want to blame the refs because we weren't good. So we didn't deserve to win. But this is fair play to Southampton. They played well. They did their thing. But with United, we were just too sloppy, too slow, and yeah, man, we didn't deserve to win.
Yeah. And then finally moving on to you, Toby, before I get my thoughts. And if any United fans, obviously, we will get their thoughts if they do join. But Toby, you know, a frustrating draw against bottom of the league, Southampton. Do you think you can like bounce back and get some wins? What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, of course, of course. It's just a minor setback, and of course, Eric Ten Hag's conference this evening. He made us realize that we have to just forget about what happened in the weekend and move forward.
Mm.
Of course, it's now in the DNA of Manchester United to try to move on from setbacks. We saw what happened 2 weeks ago, I think. When Liverpool beat us 7-0.
Yeah.
What happened the following week? Of course, we beat Real Betis 4-1. So of course, I'm expecting a reaction. Obviously, the inconsistency from the ref, it was abysmal, but we have to just focus on the next game, which is very, very important. And I
Yeah.
see us responding very well.
What's your next game then, Toby?
Yeah, Real Betis, we have a game
Robert,
tomorrow.
what's your next Premier League game? Sorry, I mean
We've got
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
That's
Is that away? Is that away?
away.
Away.
That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. But
Yeah,
you
after
could,
the international break.
yeah. So wait, when's the international break? What is it like? Qualifiers? The international break? What is it? Or is it just friendly? European qualifiers. Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
that's gonna be 2 weeks.
All right. Anyone know who this is? Film Inzel Bro. I'm not sure who that is, but he says hello, bro. Anyway, whoever you are, hello, big up. If you aren't already, make sure you do subscribe. Currently still on 1,048, 2 away. So let's try and get that, lads. If you are new, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. So first of all, let's move on to my thoughts now. Obviously didn't watch the game. Was it a 3 o'clock kickoff game or?
Oh no, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, yeah. So oh yeah, it wasn't on telly. Obviously the Arsenal game was. Yeah, frustrating draw for United, I think. Drawing to bottom of the league, but I mean, they could possibly bounce back against Newcastle. They could get a point there. You never know. He says, "I do not understand your language." I think maybe speaks different language, but anyway, I don't know how you're speaking English if you don't understand the language. Then, but yeah, 0-0. Very bad, obviously, for the title race. They're now 16 points behind Arsenal. They do need to start getting those wins up now and probably praying that Arsenal drops some points, which probably won't happen for a while. I mean, the only time I see us dropping points is obviously Etihad away, which is still a while away, and obviously Anfield away, which is our next toughest game. We obviously got Crystal Palace. The Crystal Palace game is quite important because if we do win, we go 8 points clear of City before they play. Obviously, they've got a blank game week because of, I think, the FA Cup or something like that. But yeah, they have a blank game week, so it'd be a chance for us to go 8 points clear of Manchester City, which will be good for us. And I mean, this is a good result for Arsenal fans. Obviously, I've said it before, I've said it again. United aren't in the title race yet. You can't be 16 points behind the people who are first and be in the title race.
Oh my.
You have to be at least 5 or 10 points. But look, listen, in a month or so, if you start going on a winner's streak and stuff like this, you'll be in the title race. But just it's a bit too early to say it now. All right, we're moving on now. Obviously, next game, and before we move on to the Europa League games, obviously my team Arsenal winning 3-0. I'll start off first. Obviously, there's no Arsenal fans to start me off. We'll move over to the neutrals once I've done. So yeah, good win.
Scored.
What?
Odegaard scored.
Yeah, my boy Odegaard. Yeah, getting the goal. Man, Trossard as well. Unbelievable game for him. Man of the match, 3 assists, played really well. And I think he's definitely proven his spot now. He can definitely be starting in a lot of games on the left-hand side or in the middle. But no, obviously, disallowed goal, own goal, first goal, disappointing. But we got the goal back, goal from a corner with Gabriel. Great corner from goal from Gabriel. And I did hear someone say that they thought Gabriel was the man of the match instead of Trossard, which is a bit. But obviously, he did get the clean sheet in the goal. And then obviously that was assisted by Trossard. And then another assist from Trossard. From Martinelli, got the goal to Gabby's getting the goal. And then obviously Martin Odegaard finishing off the game just before half time in extra time. No goals in the second half, so a bit boring second half. But it's good to get the 3 points, obviously 5 points clear of Man City now. And we said we can go 8 points clear if we do beat Crystal Palace at home on the weekend. Man of the match, definitely Trossard. I think Gabriel's definitely up there as well, possibly Odegaard as well, or Martinelli, anyone who scored or did well. Ramsdale had a decent game as well. Didn't really have much to do. I think he made one important save in the second half. and one of their shots hit the crossbar as well. So they were quite close in the second half. They came close, but still not good enough in the end. And we should really be winning these games before we play Liverpool at Anfield. It's going to be a tough game, so we need to win Crystal Palace. I do feel like if we win all these easy games or games that we should be winning before the Liverpool game, we can afford to drop points there. We could afford a draw or loss as long as we bounce back from that and start getting the wins. But we'll move on to the neutral fans now. Obviously, Toby, good win for Arsenal, 3-0 against Fulham. What are your thoughts on the game as a neutral?
Well, of course, Arsenal they keep trying to to prove everyone that they are actually in for the title race or in for the Premier League title. It was a very fantastic performance. Actually, you look at Fulham, considering the fact that Fulham they've been in a very decent form. To be honest, they've been very good recently, and Arsenal playing against Arsenal, and of course, most persons must have predicted Arsenal to drop points in that game. But you guys were exceptional. Individually, you can mention up to like 5 players at least or at most who were superb, who were up to their games. Most persons actually question Trossard, for instance, but Trossard coming into Arsenal, I think he's a blessing in disguise, and he's a good bargain. Considering his quality and considering the amount Arsenal paid to get him, he was very, very influential. And you were right; he actually is, in my opinion, the man of the match for that game against Fulham. He was almost everywhere. He created chances. And I think there was this set piece. Sorry, not set piece. There was this cross whereby he gave to Martinelli, and Martinelli had to, he had to put it at the back of the net. So Trossard is a very good player, and of course, I think you guys have quality in that part of the pitch where Trossard plays. And you look at Martinelli, for instance. I think most persons criticized him, I think, a while ago, but you see the importance of competition, having healthy competitions in your team. It brings out the best. Obviously, Trossard's presence is actually bringing out the best in Martinelli. He was superb yesterday. I think he should have had a hat-trick, if I'm not mistaken. I think he scored.
He got 3 assists. He got 3 assists. Yeah, hat-trick assists. Yeah.
Cool. Then what about the goal? He scored two goals, right?
No, he got 3 assists. Martinelli, Gabriel, and Odegaard got the goals. So
that's hat-trick in assists. To tell you,
assists,
Martinelli was superb. He was superb yesterday. And of course, credit to Gabriel for being a threat when it comes to set pieces. And of course, obviously, he was able to convert that cross into the back of the net. So it's disappointing to Fulham, but at the same time, we should commend Arsenal, because in spite of Fulham's resurgence, people saw them in a very, very good shape and a very, very good form. Arsenal, they still proved to us that they are in for this title, and it was a superb performance for Arsenal.
Yep, and then finally moving on to Europe before we start talking about the Europa League. Arsenal with another win, obviously 5 wins in a row now. We obviously can't stop winning. Good win for us as well. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, good win for Arsenal. I mean, Fulham are a tough team now to play against, so it was a good win. Obviously, the stat that Arsenal played 5 London teams, 5 clean sheets. So
away, 5 clean sheets away.
Arteta is cooking, and I think.
Yes, Tony, big up.
Hey guys, Ollie, big ups to you, man. Ollie, you're my big friend. I'm late. I just finished from my show. And
That's fine.
I just came in immediately as I could. And I have my friend, and he's also actually part of my channel, MUFC Global, Toby. Big ups to you, my guy. And Ollie, I'm back. I'm back with you, Ollie. I'm back.
Yeah. Carry on, Arrest.
Yeah, good win for Arsenal, and man, they just keep pushing, and man, Trossard, 3 assists, good. Listen, I've always rated Trossard anyway, so man, good to see him get 3 assists and Odegaard scoring. Yeah, man, you guys are looking very good.
Yes.
Orest, is that Orest?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Orest. Yeah.
Oh, Orest, big up to you, man. I didn't know it was you, man.
Yes, Tony. So Big up, big up. So we were just talking about Arsenal beating Fulham 3-0, obviously. As an Arsenal fan, what are your thoughts on the game?
See, why is Toby here? He's a Manchester United enemy. He's an enemy of the state. What is he doing here when the tabletop
Well, we're
is
talking
talking?
about the Europa. We're
What is
talking
he
about the
doing
Europa
here?
League today.
What are you doing? See,
It's not just Arsenal. It's not just Arsenal.
It's
We're
not
talking
just
what
about
are
the
Arsenal,
you
Europa
it's not
League.
just
doing? What are you doing? Why is this guy here? You know what? Yeah, see, when I look at all these Arsenal enemies and spies, yeah, here and there, including Orest, yeah, you know, it's only Ollie that's my big guy down here, yeah, because he supports Arsenal, and this is Ollie, yeah, even
Yeah.
you and Orest. When I started my channel this season, when I came at the start of this season, and I told you that Arsenal was going to win the league, I saw many guys looking at me crazy. Orest, our big friend, was looking at me like, "Oh my God, who does this dude think he is?" You know that. But right now, he can't even put his picture, on the stream right now. He's shook. All these guys are shook. All of them. They're completely shook at what's going on. They can't believe the panties that Arsenal is top of that league. And you know what? Yeah, Ollie. Yeah, I'll take you through this scenario. You know, Big Steve. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
Big Steve, the Man City fan, yeah?
Yeah,
He came out and he was acting all salty all over social media, you know? Talking wet, talking wet and all salty, you know, about Arsenal, and saying that there's a big shark waiting to bite Arsenal's ass, you know, in the sea or whatever. But you know what? Yeah, we're 5 points ahead of these guys, and they're shaking, they're quaking, they can't believe this. What's going on? And see, Ollie, it's just down to what Arsenal have done in the first part of the season. The Centurions we've brought into that team right now, and see, Ollie, our team, our bench is beginning to look good, right? That bench
It's
is
getting
beginning
better.
to look strong. It's beginning to look strong right now. The ones that have been injured are beginning to come back. It's becoming more interesting. Trossard can now come in. Scratch that. Throw Jesus away. Let's just talk about Trossard and what he's brought into that team.
Brilliant.
He comes in, completely changes the
Better than
direction of
Modric.
how. Exactly. We don't even need Modric.
Yeah, you guys are very lucky.
Modric who? Modric who? You see.
100 million?
That's what I said. What is Toby doing here? These enemies, yeah? What are they doing here? What are they doing here? But you know what? Yeah, see, Ollie, yeah, and this is a testament to what Arsenal is doing this season. Look at Fulham, 39 points this season. 34 goals scored, I think nearly 32, between 32, 36 goals conceded, mostly after that beating Arsenal gave them in the weekend. See, and they have 39 points. This team has taken up points away from Liverpool, up considerably a big team, right? Even if they're not in the groove this season, but still, they're still a big team to beat up, right? Anyway, this season. So let's go ask Manchester United. I won't put my mouth on that, you know. I'll just I'll just slip that in, and Toby knows what I'm talking about, you know. See, yeah, they go into that. We go into that game. We legitimately bullied these guys, Ollie. I'm in no way a bully or pray for anyone to get bullied. But you know what? Yeah, when you meet this type of teams at Fulham, you have to go there and bully them, because this is a typical London derby where you have to be very, very crazy. You have to act sporadically. And mostly this type of teams that like bragging about their resurgence in the league this season, you have to go there and really challenge them and give them a good beating. And this was what Arsenal did, completely destroying their defense, completely, putting Mitrovic, one of the biggest and meanest strikers this season in the league. Last season in the championship, you saw what he did in the championship, broke all the whole records in the championship last season, coming into the Premiership this season, completely causing chaos around the Premiership. You saw how he was kept quiet about our two central defenders, Gabi and Saliba, pocketing this guy, a full-fledged striker, tall, PhD in the dark arts. This guy locking keys and thrown away. That's what Arsenal does to you, and that's what we've done throughout the season. We're now back to that imperial form that we used to have at the start of the season. Catch us if you can. Man City goes to Crystal Palace, completely flushed their lines. It took a mistake by Eze for them to actually get a goal. You know what? Yeah, we're meeting Crystal Palace at home. Yeah, on Sunday, I think. Watch what we'll do to Crystal Palace. We'll blow these guys completely off the water. And you know what? That big blue shack that Big Steve is talking about. Well, it's going to turn into a red shark. And you know what? This red shark is coming from North London, the red side of North London.
Yes. Big up, Tony. Big up for having on. So now we're going to move on to the Europa League. Obviously, it's the second leg now. Round of 16 is getting interesting. Obviously, everyone fighting for a place in the quarterfinal. Everyone, looking for that space in the Champions League. If they, obviously, a lot of teams who aren't really, could get it in, get their top four or whatever. Fighting. Let's just go through comments quickly here. Big up, Nashim Nias, lifetime Chelsea 16. He says, big up. He's got another comment here. He says, let's get this right. Mudryk is for the future. Trossard is for the present. Even if Arsenal had a chance to get Mudryk, they should have gone for the proven Trossard. Yeah, I do agree with that. We should have gone for Trossard, much cheaper. He can play more positions than Mudryk. Prem proven, as you said, he played well for Brighton. And yeah, I think it's much better signing. If we would have got Mudryk, we've got other options. With Trossard, he's given us options with obviously he can play striker now. He can play left wing, so he's given competition for obviously Martinelli, who Martinelli has been playing obviously, but now Jesus is back. Whether or not he'll keep his spot, he's also great for the Europa League as well. So I'm sure he'll start tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Mudryk is definitely for the future. I mean. He probably improve at Chelsea there, but I think we were the right decision to get Trossard. I mean, Mudryk for 100 million is a bit stupid, to be honest. I don't think why you would do that. He hasn't even scored a goal yet for you guys, so we'll wait and see. But we'll move on to the United fans now.
He's cooking! It's cooking, guys! Cooking!
We'll move on now. United fans time now. Real Betis versus Man United, 4-1 on aggregate. Surely you guys can't mess this up. We'll start with your rest, obviously. Score prediction and thoughts on the game. You're traveling to Spain tomorrow. Do you think you can get the win?
Yeah, man. It's interesting how Tony says why United fans are here. Well, talking about Europa League, some of us have number one, mate. How about that? Yeah.
We're going to win
it. Oh, my God. This tribal fans, you're just like Chelsea, Dan. Say the same old story, man. No problems, man. Go enjoy it. Go win the league. No problem.
Looking forward for tomorrow. I think we should rotate. Because just some half our players look tired, so rotate definitely. I think Pelesh is gonna give a chance to start because Anthony is ill, so Pelesh might start. So yeah, I'm looking forward for tomorrow. We should go through. We should.
We got vision.
Hopefully, don't see four goals, but yeah, man, we should go through, and yeah, I'm looking forward for tomorrow, man. For score prediction, I'm gonna say 2-1 United.
2-1 United. All right, moving on to you, Toby, as well. Obviously, rest is confident 2-1 United. You're 4-up on aggregate, so you should obviously get the win. Traveling to Spain, let's get your thoughts and score prediction, Toby.
7-0. That's how deluded these Man United fans are. Quadruple, treble. Oh my God!
Betis. Real Betis are very fortunate. Actually, the first leg, we almost smashed them up to 8-7-1, if I'm not mistaken. You understand? So traveling down to Spain, of course. I think our lads are already in Spain right now. So I think tomorrow is gonna be an easy game because we scored we scored 4 goals back at home, and there's absolutely no chance, no way, Real Betis is gonna score up to 4 goals. It's not possible. And Ten Hag has said it, the likes of Bruno, the likes of Casemiro, obviously they're gonna play regardless of the fact that they are just 1 yellow card away from suspension. You understand? Yeah. So it's play your full squad. It's play your strongest squad as soon as and whenever the opportunity comes, just play your strong squad or the strongest squad that you have, and that is what Manchester United is going to do tomorrow. So as for Real Betis, it would be very detrimental to us to, just look down on them because they are a threat. Trust me. The guy called Ayoze Perez is a good
Yeah,
player,
he's
he's a
good. Yeah,
decent player, and you cannot underestimate him. And truly, they are missing some couple of players. You look at Nabe Fekir, they're missing a couple of good players, but I think it's to our own advantage. But regardless, I think we have the quality, all around the
yeah,
pitch to be able to soak up the pressure they will bring up, and it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a 2-1 win. I think I'll go with what Oro said, a 2-1 win for Manchester United. So even if we win 1-0, we've qualified. We win 2-0, we've qualified. So it's still go out there with that mentality of winning, a perfect opportunity to bounce back, like I said earlier on, from the humiliating draw last weekend. So it's go out to win the game, even if it's on paper that we've qualified for the next round.
yeah.
So it's a win for Manchester United.
All right, let's just go through the comments before we move on. He scored a goal. No, sorry, he assisted a goal, scored a goal. It was offside. He hardly played. Try to be negative on this lad. He's 22 at Ollie. We got Fission just like the stream. I don't think I'll do a video about New Music Friday reviews. Obviously I do New Music Friday on my Instagram, and also check out my mix side as well. I started doing New Music Friday mix as well, so I'm not really going to do that. Mainly this channel's for streams and live event gigs and obviously that. And I forgot to obviously do check out my Joel Corey videos. Obviously they're out now.
And
Go
do
check.
check football clips tonight.
Oh, okay, yeah. Obviously, Arrested the stream, and apparently there's a lot of clips in it. So go follow Arrestox clips with a Z. Obviously, moving on to you now, Tony. What are your thoughts on the game? Sorry. What's your score prediction for Real Betis Man United?
That game, yeah. You know what, yeah? I want to get into the skin of Ollie and my very, very big friend, and of course, my business partner, Toby, down here. I just want to, rough them up a little bit and, tinker with their mind. See, Ayoze, great player. I think they'll be going
Yeah,
for broke. And mind you, yeah, see, Ollie, yeah,
yeah.
there's no home and away goal aggregate,
No,
mind
no
you,
home and away. Yeah,
in European football at this time. So every team has the right to have a go. You have a chance. You can never say never until it's done. And you know what? Manchester United have already presented a blueprint of how to beat them by 7 goals. So let's don't pretend that this Manchester United team can't concede 7 goals. Who told you that Man United cannot concede 6 goals at the heart in the heart of Spain? It's possible because Liverpool have already opened, they've opened the ground, and they've completely shown other teams the blueprint on how to grab points from these guys. And that's why teams just like last weekend, where a team called Southampton, who are the least in the Premiership, could go, into Old Trafford and get points. It wasn't even in St Mary's. They just went into Manchester Old Trafford to get a point, and they did. Now, these are the people that are the dregs, of league, so they can go. Real Betis can be at home and open up Manchester United. I do think Manchester United might win that game. They might just scale through it. Definitely, maybe a scrappy goal from Anthony. From one of those scrappy shots from the midfield. But of course, Toby, our friend here, has already told us about Perez, who's a very, very great player. They also have Joaquin, who sits in. Tucked in just beside the main striker, Jose Perez. So Joaquin will be ruminating around that number 10 position, scampering the area and scavenging the area, ready to shoot. They also have Junami, who is there, and Luis Enrique, the 20-year-old. That player,
Yeah.
very skillful, very tough, hard as nails. He's going to be playing
yeah,
in that game. They also have Rodriguez, who will be sitting
yeah,
in deep in a double pivot system, also with Cavallo in the midfield. So it's genuinely going to be a tough one. I really do think that Manchester United will overrun them because they do have enough quality at the end of the day to discipline Real Betis. But with Manchester United this season, they've shown it that they too can take a beating. And oh my God, they take the beating very, very hard. Yeah. 7-0
Mm.
to Liverpool. So at the heart of Spain, to a team that have nothing to lose, the most dangerous team in the world are those teams that have nothing to lose. These guys have nothing to lose. They could just go into that game and just want to go for broke. So let's see what happens. Manchester United take that one 2-0.
2-0. Okay. And I put in the comments there, guys, about score predictions for Real Betis v Man U. We're going to move on to the Arsenal game. Before we do, I'm going to get my thoughts on the game, and then we're going to move on. So obviously, Real Betis against Man United is nothing but a United win here. I don't see Real Betis getting back. Obviously, they need 3-0 to draw and 4-0 to win. I don't see that happening unless they score the first goal early. But I don't see that happening. I think Man United will win, but I think Real Betis will score with the home advantage. They possibly score first. But yeah, I think this would be an easy win for United. Obviously, they do travel to Spain. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be an easy game for them. As I said, Real Betis will score. I'm going 3-1. I think Perez will score again. For United, it depends who plays. You will rotate. Probably De Gea will be in goal. But if you do rotate, maybe if Garnacho plays, you might get a goal. If maybe Rashford might come on and get a goal.
Garnacho is injured.
Oh,
Garnacho.
Garnacho, okay. Yeah,
Oh, he's injured.
Maybe
Yeah.
Weghorst, if he starts then, Weghorst might get a cheeky goal. But we'll wait and see. I'm going 3-1. So Arrest going 2-1. Toby, what's your score prediction again?
2-1.
2-1. And Tony is going 2-1, 2-0 as well. So we'll move on now to the big game in North London. Arsenal versus Sporting, 2-2 on aggregate. Toby, talk to me. Tony, talk to me. Are we going to win this game?
See, even the Manchester United spies we have on the shirt, look at them. Immediately you said Arsenal, the faces turned tall. Orest is not having it. He doesn't want to hear anything about Arsenal. Toby is he's just soaking it up like, oh my God, not this Arsenal suave talk again. See, yeah, that's what you guys are going to get this season. You're going to be tired of Arsenal fans like me, who are talkative and who like to talk about Arsenal, in a different way. See, we'll go into that Lisbon game, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Knowing that we're facing a tougher test this time. But again, this test won't be as tough as the one in Portugal. Mind you, the one in Portugal, when they're totally underestimating what these guys will bring to the table. And see, Ollie, let me just refresh your memory and put you on course into what we're actually facing tomorrow. We're going to be facing a team who bit up and disgraced Tottenham Hotspurs in the Champions League. We also are playing a team who came down to the lane in London, in the dark side of London, who don't win trophies down there. I'm talking of Tottenham Hotspurs, Hart Lane. These guys came in and got a draw, down there. So, in essence, we're not looking at a team that doesn't play well. They play well. They have the players to cause this type of commotions. That's what they do. They're genuine, strong big wigs in Portugal. That's why they're top five. With bad season for them. But see, Ollie, they have players who could just change things and grab games at the scruff of the neck for them. There who is a very, very, very exceptional player down there. They have Trincao, could just bump in from the right anytime you like, score a goal. They have Inacio, hard as nail kind of defender. He also scores goals too. He could also play and doubles as a defensive midfielder. Technically plays as a midfielder anyway. It could shoot shots. It could drive deep into defenses and cut them open. That's what Inacio does. They have Edwards, hard tackling, could tackle. It could make those runs deep into that defense and open you up anytime he likes. So they do have players that can actually literally cause Arsenal lots of damage on the day. But you know what? This is the good news, Ollie, yeah? The good news about this is that Arsenal went to Portugal without our big team players. I'm sure Ollie Ores knows of this guy, the Cole Odegaard, Martin Odegaard. He knows it. He knows Odegaard. Ores, do you know Odegaard? It's good to taunt this Manchester United fans, yeah. See, Martin Odegaard will be in that game. He missed the first one. This is the time to actually
Yeah, he did, yeah.
this is the time to actually use our big wigs and our generals, our centurions should all be there, and this is the time to actually give a so-called Brazilian who's come back into the fray on the bench, usually, and right now is fit to play. Gabriel Jesus, give him a game, give him a run out, let him cause commotions in and about that 18-yard box. Let him understand and come into a more competitive gameplay come tomorrow and try and open up these teams, yeah? And of course, another person than Saka will be minding that right-hand side, and of course, Martinelli should be starting, of course, from the left, and definitely we might still need Trossard to still come in there and do a job for us. Open up those defenses, create more spaces for both Odegaard to come into the gameplay and our wingers to come into the gameplay, because most of these teams, they watch the Premiership, they know how these teams play, and they know how to actually capture Arsenal. Double up on our wingers, double up on Martinelli, double up on Saka, and then you genuinely put Arsenal in a position where they cannot pass the ball, they cannot cross the ball, they cannot get the ball to their most dangerous players. I'm talking of our strikers who could actually score goals for us. So that's what these teams have known how to do. But with the introduction of Trossard, he's been able to form that partnership with Gabriel Martinelli. The interchangeability between these two guys simply exceptional. So he's gonna come in there. It's gonna cause chaos in and about the 18-yard box. And mind you, Ollie, I need to let you know that this is very, very important. Martin Odegaard must start that game tomorrow, because he's the key. He's the centurion. It's the general who would unlock that defense of Sporting Lisbon. Those deep, neat pocket spaces that needs to be cut open, it can be unlocked by no other person than Martin Odegaard. And mind you, no other person should start in that midfield, defensive midfielder. I'm talking of Thomas Partey. He should start that game, Ollie. You need to agree with this, right? He needs to be there, help mop up that midfield and make sure that these guys don't penetrate into our midfield or leave Saliba open, or Kivior, who had his baptism of fire down there in Portugal. So, we just have to keep it clean, get in the guys who know how to do the job, to do the jobs. After all, we have 2.5 days to rest it up and expect Crystal Palace at home, where we'll maul these guys and put the pressure on Manchester City.
Yeah, and what's your score prediction, Tony?
That scoreline it's a tough one. These guys are not a bunch of jokers. These are not jokers. These are not penguins. These are real players. They can go toe to toe with you. They're like superheroes. So, you know what? Yeah, Ollie, I would just say we might escape with a 2-1 win.
2-1.
Arsenal. Yeah, 2-1 win.
So
it's a
4-2 on aggregate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 4-3 on aggregate. Sorry. Yeah. All right, but before we move on, Brighton are 1-0 up against who are they playing? They're 1-0 up against Crystal Palace. Lokonga is playing, former Arsenal player, on loan to Crystal Palace. He is playing, and his team is losing 1-0. Mitoma with the assist, Sonny March with the goal. And it's 0-0 in the Southampton-Brentford game as well. So I'll give you a score updates on those goals. So before we, let's move on to the United fans now, and then me and Tony we could do a predicted lineup of who we think is going to play. So first of all, moving on, starting with you, Toby. Obviously, Arsenal are taking on Sporting. It is currently 2-2 in aggregate, so it's all to play for both teams. No one's winning, no one's losing. So your score prediction, who do you think is going to win in this game, and your thoughts on the game?
Well, the truth is, you look at Arsenal, you look at the kind of form they are in now. Trust me, they are favorites on paper to go out there
Yeah.
and to get the job done. But at the same time, you have to look at Sporting Lisbon. They are not a small team. You look at the Portuguese league, you know that they are actually one of the best teams in that league. And if you check their last 5 games, I think they've only drawn one, and that was with Arsenal in all competition. Based on
Yeah.
their they've won their leagues, all matches in the league, and obviously the only draw they've had was the Arsenal game, and of course the last game they had in their league, they won it. So Arsenal know definitely that it's going to be a very tough test for Arsenal, even though it's going to be
Yeah.
at the end. But Sporting Lisbon, trust me, they will cause problems. And the truth is, the first leg back there at their home, I think they almost won, if not for the own goal that was
Yeah.
conceded by one of their players. So it's gonna be a difficult game, and of course it's still an open game, unlike some matches or some games that who knows, maybe on paper it may be decided already. So I know Ateta will definitely be going back to his drawing board, to know where he needs to improve, okay, the kind of player he needs to field on the pitch, and to know probably the team needs to be rotated, or probably he plays the same team, that won during the weekend against Fulham. So it's a big test. It's going to be a big test for Ateta. So, but for me, I think it could go down to probably a 1-1 draw. Then maybe we'll move straight to extra time, because Sporting Lisbon, they
Yeah.
are actually fantastic. They're in superb form right now.
So who will win in extra time then, Toby?
Okay, so in the extra time, obviously it's going to be Arsenal, because Arsenal,
Yeah.
they've just been, I don't know what it is, but actually they've been favored when it comes to winning. Things just happen to go in Arsenal's way. They will surely find a way out, regardless. We've seen that in the Premier League. We've seen them going 2-0 down, and they still find a way to come up to win games. So obviously Arsenal will definitely come out to win the game at the end of
Yep.
extra time.
Big up football overseas. Can you hear me? Oh, you're on mute, mate. You're on mute. Oh. He's on mute. He's on mute. But big up football overseas for joining, obviously. All right, we'll move on to arrests now. Obviously, neutral, but yeah. What are your thoughts on the game, Arsenal versus Sporting? Who do you think is going to win in your score prediction?
2-1 Sporting.
Tony, what are you saying to that?
Salty. Yeah, see, I told you. Toby's even a more better guy, Ollie, Ollie, yeah. Ores is one of the most salty Manchester United fans I've seen. One of the most salty. He doesn't like Arsenal. He's a great guy. Don't get it twisted, yeah. Ores is one of the greatest guys I've seen. I like this dude. But you know what? Yeah, he's one of the most salty
When it comes
Manchester
to
United
Arsenal.
fans. The way he cuts deep into Arsenal, he doesn't want to see us win. They prefer Manchester City to win the title. These guys, what are these guys smoking? They want Man City to win the league. Your
Personally,
enemy, your noisy neighbors. No, I'm not even talking of you, Bobby. I'm not talking of you. I'm talking of Orest. You guys want your noisy neighbors to win the title.
You're noisy.
Are you kidding me?
Almarim is coming tomorrow, and he's getting the W. Almarim is coming to get.
Who's Almarim?
The Sporting manager.
All right.
Almarim. But listen, Arsenal,
Almarim, yeah.
they crumble on these stages, man. They crumble on big European nights. We've seen it against Olympiacos when they did that madness at your stadium. So, listen, it's time for part 2 of Olympiacos. So Sporting for me.
Oh no!
That
was back in the old days.
Orest, I have a problem. It's not even about back. See, who did we have in our team at the time? We had bootlickers and saboteurs minding my defense mechanism at the time. We had Mustafi. Tell me in what alternative reality that you think Mustafi would be a defender in the 21st century. Just let me know. Tell me,
No,
these are saboteurs who are down there that Oris is talking about, that mind our defense
you're still gonna
during that
crumble
period.
on European night.
Shocking
Like
defenders.
Arsenal
Tom
always
Shenny,
do.
shocking defenders. These defenders have no concern being defenders in the first place. So, you know, well, as you could see, we have a so-called Centurion who is at our back right now, Saliba.
Saliba.
And why Manchester United, have a so-called captain, you know, who
Ores,
is
what year
eating the
did
bench right,
Olympiacos
who
knock
is
us
eating
out?
the bench right now. Toby knows about that guy too, yeah.
What was that, Oli?
What year did
The captain.
Olympiacos knock out Arsenal? What year?
You
Was
should
it?
know.
What?
You should know this, Oli.
Is it 2020?
I think it's very recent. I think so. It's a very recent.
Tony, do you know when did Olympiacos knock us out of the Europa
I
League?
won't give this to the joys that comes from it. Look, they can't see. They want to laugh at us. Come on, Ollie. Don't fall into their traps. Come on, man. They're all
I just want to
they're
see who
setting
was
you
in the
up.
And
team.
also
I
got
want-
knocked out
Oh wait,
Emery last season as well. Listen, Arsenal
No
for me,
problems, man.
they're still bowling these European nights.
no.
What do you mean? Yes, you can do well in the Premier League, this and that. When it comes to European competitions,
Right, hold on.
Arsenal,
Here's our team against Olympiacos. Burn Leno in goal, Saka at left back, David Luiz and Mustafi, that's shocking.
Oh, my
Hector
God.
Bellerin. We had Danny
Oh, Jesus
Salibos
Christ.
and Xhaka,
what?
Pepe,
Fire off the
Aubameyang,
ball.
Saka and Ozil. Okay, Ozil's all right. Okay, Aubameyang scored. But you think about that defense.
Oli,
David Luiz and Mustafi.
that is.
And then our bench was
Shocking.
shocking. Willett, Guendouzi, Niles,
Oh
Torreira,
my God.
Socrates, Martinez, Gabriel Martinelli, who wasn't good back then. I mean, that's a shocking team. I'm not surprised we got knocked out.
And even Ozil that you venerated when calling out the names, yeah. Ozil, Ozil you see at that time was a dead Ozil. He wasn't performing at his optimal level. So
Yeah.
money, Arsenal money, before he go on compulsory retirement. So, we didn't have the best of Mesut Ozil at the time. So it's a big problem. But you know what? Yeah, games are won sometimes by just seeing the amount of centurions that are out there going to play with you and on the bench. So when Sporting Lisbon see our centurions who are going to play at the start of the game, they will be shook. At the end of the day, when they're seeing Gabriel Jesus about to start the match, they would know that these guys are not playing. When they see, of course, when they see Martinelli, they'll be shook. When they see Saka starting, they will have cause for concern. They won't just come in and think that they would just bamboozle us and just try to bully us. When they see Martin Odegaard, when they see Thomas Partey, no one will tell them. They will know what's coming. The heat is coming. They know that.
Yep. Okay. So Ores has made it pretty clear he wants Lisbon to win. So we'll move on now. So I'm going to do my predict 11, and then Tony's going to do his, and then we'll move on to. So when we move on, we're just going to quickly do our predictions. We're not going to say anything about the game. We're just going to do quick predictions for the other games, and then we'll wrap up with the socials, and then we'll end the stream. So we'll probably end a bit after 8. We'll make the stream around an hour for you guys. By the way, guys, just make sure you sub up. We are still 2 away from 1,050. Let's get that up. Let's get to 1,050 before the stream ends. That would be much appreciated. So I'm going to do my prediction now. So this is my prediction against Sporting Lisbon in the second leg that I hopefully will win us the game. In goal, Matthew Turner. Obviously, Ramsdale needs to be rested for the game against Crystal Palace. Matt Turner's been our goalkeeper for the Europa League, so I wouldn't change that. And he stays in goal, even though he conceded 2 goals away. Then defence, I'll go with Zinchenko left back, although actually Tierney left back. I would like Tierney. I would like to see Zinchenko rested. Centre backs, Kiwa and Saliba. I'd keep that defence. It was pretty good. I would rest. I'd save Holding. I would usually play him in a game like this, but I'll play Saliba, go a bit strong. Right back, Tomiyasu saved Ben White. He's probably Tomiyasu. You know, he out of the two, he's probably the better right back. That's his preferred position. But Ben White has obviously been better than him in that position, and he's earned his spot. I'm going to go with in midfield Fabio Vieira, who's been great. He was great against Sporting. Partey and Xhaka, I'd give Odegaard a rest. Probably bring him on if he bring him on. Front three, I'm going to go with Nelson. I'd like to see Smith Rowe start, and in the middle, I'd love to see Gabriel Jesus start. That would give us a strong bench. Obviously, on the bench, you'd have Ramsdale, Holding, Zinchenko, Odegaard, Martinelli. So we'll have a very strong bench, I think. So I think we can win this game. I'm going with 2-0 Arsenal, going with a clean sheet. If they were to score, if it was 2-1 for Sporting, though, I would say maybe a Marcus Edwards, Paulinho goal, maybe. But moving on to you now, Tony. What's your predicted lineup against Sporting tomorrow?
See, Ollie, I share a very, very completely different mentality when it comes to the players that we should be using for this game. Like I've told you, this is a very difficult game. We underestimated them in the first game, and right now we don't have to make that mistake. We have to go with strength, punish them in the first half, and get the big boys out and allow the younger guys or allow our French players just get in and get a good game time to allow our biggest players to have that some sort of rest. But the big time players should start that matchup. The only tweak I want to see is just two. I want to see Gabriel and Saliba. The tinkering with those two, it doesn't work. And we saw what happened to KVR. Good player, by the way, but you saw the baptism of fire he had. So we need that defense on lockdown. First of all, I want to see Ramsdale come in. It's an important game. Turner is so shaky that we can't determine what's going to happen. Is a time bomb ready to blow and explode? So we don't know what's going to happen, but I want Ramsdale to be there to bring in a certain kind of reassurance in that team, in our back four, to give them that guardian to would scream at them. Turner doesn't scream, he doesn't shout. He's a bit too nice, guys, and you know what happens to nice guys at the end of the day? They concede goals. But see, Ramsdale is that kind of captain kind of material that I want to see down there. He would shout and scream at these defenders if they are not doing what he wants them to do. So Ramsdale should be there for me. Saliba and Gabriel should be in the centre-back positions. Ben White, of course, should start that match. I need a strong guy down there completing my back four. But Zinchenko, I can't let go of him because we do need him for a bigger fish, which is Crystal Palace, which will be a very difficult game. Lots of run-ins is going to be there. And mind you, Zinchenko has been playing like the goddamn Matrix this season. He's everywhere. He pops off everywhere. Midfield, defensive midfield. He pops off everywhere. Even as a second striker, this guy does it all. He has the magic trick all on his side. So, but I would want to see him have a little bit of a break because he's been given a lot to this team. We have to use him sparingly. This is where I want to see Kieran Tierney come into the team, have a little bit of gameplay. We might decide to sell him off later on, but we do need him to just, come around and help us out in this big European night. He can be able to bump forward and let's make it a more direct kind of football and or technicality and just cross the ball, which is deep overlays, overruns, and he can just keep crossing lots of balls into the 18-yard box. So that's what he does. In the midfield, I want to start with Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
Thomas Partey would be a good one to start in the midfield. And then maybe in the second half, maybe close to 60th, 70th minute, it can come out. It can come off after we've gotten a good cushion. Because if we start with these guys, we'll get that win. Odegaard is the main difference. He has to come in, create spaces out of those little small pocket spaces. He has the key, the bag of tricks to unlock this Sporting Lisbon team, because that's what we lacked. Someone who could do that job of unlocking their defense. Fabio Vieira, like you said, is a good guy. Is a good player. But see, Martin Odegaard miles ahead of this guy. Martin Odegaard can just open up that defense in the first half, and we give him a big rest in the second half. Granit Xhaka should be there, man of steel. He can be there, do a good job for us to complete that midfield three. To complete that midfield three, Martinelli can come in. Trossard, I'll give Trossard a rest for the second half. I would like to see Gabriel Jesus start that match, because to give him, let's see what he's all about. They said he's been in training. Let's see what he's all about right now. So I want to see him start up that match, and of course, putting him as starting in that matchup would kind of send a little bit of shock waves to Sporting Lisbon. They'll be confused. They won't know what they're getting with Gabriel Jesus. So let's see. I want him in. Then second half, Trossard could come in and just try and
Would
do
you play
what he
Smith
does
Rowe
best
maybe? Smith Rowe
in the second half. But like I told you, Ollie, we need our big team. See,
Nelson?
just like what these two are waiting for, Toby and Orest. They wanted to go there with second string players and completely fluff our lines, be goofy and just lose that, and then they'll come out to start laughing at us. We don't need to take a chance. This is the only a trophy, which is an European trophy at the end of the day, for us to get any sort of trophy apart from the domestic one we're going for, which is only in the Premiership. So we need to take this seriously, Ollie. It's a big one. We can't allow Orest and Toby,
by the way,
laugh at us at the end of the day, because that's what they're waiting for. They want this fun.
I don't even seen about the referee for tomorrow is the guy in that Champions League final, I think it was the City Chelsea guy, the one that hands up too many yellow cards. He's the referee for the Arsenal game. So good luck, guys. You're gonna get a lot of yellow cards.
Just some breaking news: Ivan Toney has made it 1-0 for Brentford. So one, and the Champions League games have started. It's 0-0 against Real Madrid, and the Napoli game is also 0-0 as well. So I'll keep you up to date. I'm watching the Liverpool game at the moment, but I'll look at the Napoli score as well. But we're going to move on now. We're going to do quick. Oh yeah, Osimhen. All right, quick 5 predictions. Now we're going to move on to the other games. So Turkish side Fenerbahce are taking on Spanish side Seville. Quick prediction, starting off with Tony. What's your prediction for Fenerbahce Seville?
I think Seville will do the job at the end of the day. They know how to get good score lines. This is what they do. Europa League is their go-to trophy most seasons. They are the record winners, if I'm not mistaken. They have big European nights when it comes to the Europa League. So I think they'll edge this one. I think probably maybe 3-1.
Okay, Arrest, quick score prediction, Fenerbahce Seville.
2-0 Seville.
Okay, Toby.
Yeah, well, I think Sevilla have not really been in great form this season. Trust me. If you look at their position on the league, but this is Europa League. Who knows? They could turn up, but I'm still worried. I think it could go down to Fenerbahce winning 2-1.
Okay, I'm going to go with a 2-1 Fenerbahce as well. Next game is one of the favourites as well after Arsenal and Man United. Juventus are playing German side Freiburg. Should be an easy Juventus win. We'll go with the predictions now. Tony, Freiburg versus Juventus. What's your prediction?
Who?
Freiburg. They're like a German team.
Okay. Freiburg. Of course, Juve.
Juve, yeah. What's your score prediction then?
Serious.
3-0?
Well, nah, I think maybe 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
Maybe
Arrest your
2-1,
score prediction.
1-0 Juventus.
Okay, and then Toby.
I think Freiburg should be able to edge out Juventus. So it's gonna be.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, of course. It's gonna be a 2-1 for me.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
A big game.
That's a big one, man.
It's
That's a big one.
Big game. Real Sociedad versus Roma. Spanish side, Real Sociedad taking on Italian side, Roma. Big game, both big teams. Tony, score prediction for this.
First leg?
What game? This game?
Yeah, Roma.
Oh, Roma. Yeah. So it was 2-0 to Roma. So,
Okay.
Tony, what's your score prediction? 2-0 to Roma on aggregate, but Sociedad are at home this time. Oh, chance for Nunez. Shoot, save.
Real Sociedad,
Yeah,
Real Sociedad are not the team that they once were. They had a Swede down there, called Isaac, who's now in Newcastle. So
yeah,
they lack that forward depth squad right now. Lots of firepower, from missing out from selling Isaac, but I don't think they will pose any danger for AS Roma. I think, and they have a good coach in Jose Mourinho. He lives for this type of night. He belongs to this type of night. He wants to display his acumen in an European championship. These are the nights it comes up, and pays the transactions, for this kind of games. He does this. So I think Roma will edge it out, probably maybe 3-1. They'll win.
Arrest. Sociedad Roma. Prediction.
3-0 Roma. Mourinho, man. Listen, Mourinho, man. Listen, we need to look out for him because if Man United or Arsenal get them in their quarters, man, they're a big game.
No, you're gonna get him. You're gonna get him. Why is it always Arsenal? This is the problem I have with these guys. Yeah. Why must it be Arsenal? Why won't you guys? You guys are the world beaters.
Mourinho hates
You go
Arsenal.
beat them. You go.
You can represent us. Arsenal are more informed than we are, so you can actually.
Right. Excuse my pronunciation. Savus versus Leverkusen.
Wait, what did you just say? What did you just say, Ollie?
Ferencváros.
Fenevaris.
Ferencváros.
Coronavirus, yeah.
All right. Score prediction, Tony. Fenevaris.
It looks like you were scoring a tarantula or something like that. It looked like you were calling a spider, these big, huge spiders. I thought maybe that's what you were saying. But, brother, man, against who? They're going against who, actually?
Bayern Leverkusen from Germany.
Oh, it should be an easy one for Bayern Leverkusen. Mind you, German teams. Even I'm even seeing in some case where Toby is right in that Freiburg versus Juventus. Something can happen. You know what? Yeah, this German. If you go to the German league, up to 5 to 6 German teams are at par on the same level of points this season. They're all coming with the goods this season. Union Berlin is in for the German Cup this season. Even in the Dutch Pokal, all these teams are jostling. So German teams could spring up a surprise this time in the Europa League. So let's don't laugh at what Toby said about that Freiburg game. I'll pick Bayern Leverkusen to win this one. I think they will just nick it 2-0.
2-0. Okay. Arrest. Quick score prediction.
2-1 by Leverkusen.
And then Toby.
Yeah. I'll go with Tony. 2-0.
Okay. 2 more games before we move on. Freiburg. Feyenoord versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Tony, what's your score prediction?
For the draw, they need to get you on to pronounce these names, man.
Feyenoord versus who?
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Wait.
That's a dicey one, man. It's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. Who's playing at home?
Freiburg.
Huh?
What?
What did you say?
Freiburg.
What is the name then, Ollie? Ollie, are you serious? Ollie, you need to go to Holland. Ollie, you need to go to Holland and just chill there, man.
I've been to Netherlands. I've been there. I went
You've
to
been there,
Eindhoven.
right?
I went to Eindhoven.
It's called Eindhoven.
Oh, Eindhoven. Oh, right.
Eindhoven. Yeah.
Forest.
Very lovely city, actually. Very
Wait,
lovely
Yeah, it's
city.
nice.
Ollie,
Yeah.
Ollie is Brest in
Yeah.
Europa League? Because I think Toby wants to know.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, that's a very dicey one. But um,
Yeah, quick score prediction. Go on.
I think Shakhtar Donetsk might take this one.
Yeah. 2-0.
Yeah. No, 1-0. It will
All
be a
right.
hard one because Benoit is at home.
Ores, your prediction.
What was the score in the first leg, Ollie?
It was. Let me check. So it was. Oh, come on! What was the score? Oh, 1-0. 1-0.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 Feyenoord.
Okay, and then Toby.
I think Shakhtar should be able to win. I think I'll go with 2-1 Shakhtar Donetsk. Of course.
Okay.
Wait, Gakpo, was it from PSV or
Yeah.
Feyenoord?
PSV and Eindhoven.
PSV.
PSV. Okay.
Gakpo.
So 2-1 Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yep. Then moving on to the last game. By the way, USG is Royal Union Saint Gaulois. I'm not sure where they're from. They're taking where are they from, guys? USG, where are they from?
France.
They're from Belgium. So they're taking on Union Berlin, German side. It was 3-3 in the first leg. So guys, what's your predictions? Starting off with you, Tony.
See, it has to be Union Berlin. They're one of those German teams I was telling you that are very dangerous this term. Put them down and underestimate these guys at your own peril. These guys, they play lovely football, and they're doing quite well, even in the league table in Germany. See, my money is on Union Berlin. And I think they'll do a big job against these guys. They're going to beat them like 4-1. It's going to be a mauling. Yeah. Union Berlin is playing. They're balling this season, man. Go check them out in the German league.
Score prediction.
I'm saying 3-0 Union Berlin.
And then Toby.
Yeah, 3-0.
Okay, so I'll just go through my predictions. This one I'm going to go 3-0 Union Berlin. Leverkusen game I'm going to go with 2-0 Leverkusen. This game Shakhtar Donetsk 2-1. Real Sociedad 3-1 win for Roma. Juventus should win this game 3-0. And Seville probably 2-1 Seville. So that is the end of the stream, guys. Anything else you guys want to talk about, or is that the end of anything?
Ores, are you traveling to Spain?
No, I'm not traveling to Spain.
Okay.
Guys, just breaking news: we are 1 subscriber away from 1,050. So make sure you subscribe if you are new. We're trying to get there. Hold on a second. Let me just do this.
But yeah, final thing: Arsenal bottom in the league.
Oh no!
Oh Jesus Christ,
guys! So that we are one. We are just 1 away from. Is it on the screen? Yeah, there we go. 1 away from 1,050. So make sure, come on, guys, subscribe. If there's one person who isn't subscribed, just get your friend to subscribe or whatever. Joel, are you subscribed, by the way, on your channel? Let me just share it to my channel thing. Still on 149. Let me just add it to my story. Actually, no. I won't add to my story just in case we get 150. But we'll wait. Come on, guys. We're 1 away. And how many views we got? We got 1 viewer. 1 viewer. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe right now. We are 1 away. Still 1 away. Oh, we'll leave it there. We'll try hit 150. Hopefully by the next stream we get the aim, and I will put it on my story when I do get 150. But no, big up everyone. I just want a big shout out to MK as well. He's run my streams for. Good luck with the operation if you are watching this. Obviously, he's having an operation for his back. So hope all goes well. He is taking a break from his channel AFC Talk Show. So hope you go better. And also in safe hands though, Manny and AFC Fair will be taking over on that channel. I appear on that channel, so make sure guys subscribe to that channel as well. They've actually recently got a new logo as well, so go check them out. AFC Talk Show. I've appeared a few times on there now, so make sure you do check it out. But yeah, first of all, obviously, before we go, everyone does this. We have to shout out our social media where we can find you guys. So we're starting off with you. Big up for joining us, always a regular on the show. Obviously, yeah, your own channel. Shout out your own channel, Twitter and Instagram. Obviously, that as well.
Yeah, listen, Deji's in the mud, man. Deji, like, Tottenham are gonna win the Champions League. Like, listen, man, you're not winning the Champions League, mate. But yeah, you can find me on Orange Football on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Orange642. And yeah, man, Ollie, big up for having me on.
Big up, big ups. Yeah, obviously go subscribe to Orange6 Football and follow his Instagram and Twitter as well. Are you active on Twitter, Orange?
I'm super active. Yeah, I'm active.
All right. Yeah, big up, Arrest. Tony, obviously you had your stream your own, but big up for joining a bit late on. Where can we find you on YouTube and Instagram or anywhere else you have social media?
See, I just subscribed with my other account to your channel, DJ SINCLAIRO. So it should be 1,000 something complete right now. Could you check it and confirm that?
Hold on, let me just refresh the page.
Yeah, refresh it. I just subscribed with my another account that I have.
Oh yes, we're at 1,050. Big up, guys. Big up.
Yeah.
Yes, Tony.
See, yeah, guys. See. We do this. See, let's go. Ollie and Orest, they represent something very, very big for me. I remembered when I started my channel and I came on the show. Orest invited me to a show, on his channel. Was one of the first persons to invite me on the show, and I owe these two guys lots of respect. So Ollie, big ups to you for having me on the show. Orest, man, I love you, man, to the bone, man. You're legendary, and thanks for always having my back when I first started. Thanks, man. Much love to you. See, I run a positive Arsenal fan channel. It's called Tony Claude Gunner TV. The Manchester United fan who is also here, Toby, is a big friend of mine. He's a business partner also. So, he helps me with all my graphics most of the time too, and most of the cuts I have on my channel. So shout out to Toby, who is down there, a lovely guy, and is a brother of mine. So if you want to talk about Arsenal, as you know, I'm a very quiet guy, but when it comes to Arsenal Football Club, I'm talkative. I'm loquacious when it comes to Arsenal talk. I talk a lot, but maybe on a good day you may catch me as a very quiet person. So if you want to be loquacious with me, just come on to the Tony Claude Gunner TV and come and have a little bit of a nickel and kick about with the boys. I have lots of shows down there. A mouthy Tottenham Hotspur fan who on my channel to mouth off Deji Spores. He has a show with me. Yeah, we have a legendary show together, The Minority Report. Deji's in the mud. You can catch me on that show tomorrow if you want to have a little bit of a sight see on what we have on my channel. Deji Spores would be on my channel tomorrow or Friday, because tomorrow is a watch along on my show, so Friday I think. So Deji Spores will build me on Friday. I have lots of other shows. Also, it'd be nice to have you on my show, guys. You guys don't need invitation.
I should come back. Yeah, I need to come on your show.
Tell me, like, yeah, exactly. You could just come around and just say, are great guys to me, and I started with you guys, so it's big ups. Guys, subscribe to this channel. If you're hearing this later on, subscribe to this channel. This is the type of channel we need right now. Stop listening to all these bootlickers. We need DJ SINCLAIRO channel to be at the top. Stop listening to all these guys that have nothing but bad things to say about Arsenal, don't believe in the team, they hate Arsenal as a football club. Don't listen to them. This is what you should be listening to. Ollie, he champions this. This is what you should be doing. Come here, subscribe to this channel, support this guy. This is the guy that has to take your time. Come, watch him, support this channel. Send it to friends. Let people know about DJ SINCLAIRO. This is a great guy, a great channel to watch and be very happy as a Gooner, So big ups to you guys. Thank you very much.
And also follow your Instagram as well, Tony Claude Gunner TV.
Yeah. You can also follow me on Tony Claude Gunner TV, but on Twitter too, Tony Claude Gunner TV. And later on, maybe from next month, I will start doing some shows with Orest and of course with my friend Ollie. Big ups.
Yes, big up. Finally, before I shout out myself, obviously Toby, big up for coming on, mate. shout out your socials. Where can we find you on YouTube and Instagram?
Yeah, big up. Thanks for having me. You can actually find me on MUFC Global. That's my Man United fan channel. So it's a pleasure, having to grace an appearance in your channel. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, big up. And also Instagram as well, is it MUFC Global?
Yeah, that's my Instagram account, MUFC Global. Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, so I just wanted a massive big up as well. Hanno couldn't join today, but he did do my thumbnail. So big up always to my thumbnails, Hanno. He does my Prem review ones as well. So I do have a few other I used to have ASD Flair, but he doesn't really do edits anymore. And I used to have Ben Animated is still one of mine. He does my match day post now on my Aaron Runs a fan page. But also, yeah, I just wanted to big up everyone who joined. Big up Tony for joining late. Big up Arrest for joining to the start, and Toby. Obviously, we were supposed to have a few people. Hardeep did cancel. The same with Elliot, and I tried to get a few other United fans on, but they couldn't. But and I tried to get a few Arsenal fans as well, but no one was really responding. Or no, Graham couldn't do it. Elliot couldn't do it, and a few other people couldn't. So, but big up everyone who joined. Big up Tony as well. I wasn't the only gunner today. But you can find me here on DJ SINCLAIRO. Massive thank you for 1,050. Big up Tony for being my 1,050th subscriber. Now the big aim is 1,100. Obviously, the next aim is 1,060. But let's try and get 1,100 before my birthday, which is May 7th. So still got 2 months, less than 2 months to get that. We can definitely do that, guys. If you share around, stuff like that. Make sure you watch about my videos for public watch hours. I've recently posted Joel Corey videos. So don't skip the videos, just watch the whole thing. I've uploaded 3 unreleased songs, one with Good Boys, one with Casey Bassey, and one called Dyer on his own. I've also uploaded History featuring Becky Hill, Bed featuring Ray and David Guetta, Head and Heart featuring Emanike, and I also posted Rasputin by Majestic, who was one of the support acts there. So yeah, big up. Make sure you go check out those videos. And I also did a video about May Muller being UK's entry for Eurovision. Hopefully she's going to smash it and win it. But yeah, you can catch me here. Obviously, make sure you watch about my videos, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this in a replay, make sure you like and subscribe. Apart from my YouTube, obviously you can find me Ollie.Sinclair556. I'm about to post a story now, just a big up for 1,050 followers. Make sure you follow me there. DM me about anything about Arsenal, about life and stuff like that. And if you want to find me elsewhere on Instagram, Aaron_Ramsford fan page 1. Big up Ben Animated, who's doing my match day edits for me, and stuff like that. And yeah, just recently hit 400, on the road to 500 now, and the road to 700 on my main account. Ollie556 on TikTok as well. Just posted a TikTok about Joel Corey. I haven't posted them there for a while, so I'm back. And any other social media like Snapchat, which is a bit personal, I won't shout that out. PlayStation, Xbox as well. You can DM my main account for that. Big up everyone for joining. Next stream will probably be next week, Prem Review, where Arsenal hopefully beaten Crystal Palace. But no, big up everyone joining. I'm really sorry about today. Not many guests, or we did have guests, but I was expecting a full show today. But obviously some people didn't turn up, but it doesn't matter. I just want to pick up people in the comments as well. Big up Vision, big up Mate, big up Joel, big up Hashim, and then earlier, I'm not really sure who this guy is, but big up Film Del Ilzebro, and big up Villa TV, who is Bailey. Bailey was going to join tonight, but obviously he doesn't do Europa League stuff. But yeah, big up guys. See you in the next stream, which will probably be, as I said, the review. And if you guys like the Europa League content, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll do another stream, possibly the quarterfinals if Arsenal do make it. But yeah, come on, you Gunners. Good luck to United as well tomorrow, and Liverpool.
Good luck. Oh,
yeah.
Big up to everyone in the charts. Everyone in the charts who came today. Big up to you. Please keep supporting this channel. It's very important that you keep supporting this channel for him to stay on air. Please keep supporting this channel. Big up to all of you in the comments. Thank you very much.
Arsenal are going to win the league. I'm leaving on there. Yeah. Big up, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, I really want Manny to come back. I really do want Manny to come back. Hopefully, he could come back next week. But I'll see you guys soon. Make sure to check out my Joker videos and like this video as well. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Time you stay for me. Outside we lose, we give them chills, we ain't the same.
United.
Arsenal are going to be supporting, and they're going to win the league.
I'm glad you came.
Man United to top 4.